So I'm reading through the comments on YouTube the other day, and somebody asked the question, can a man wear suede? And then somebody responds, no, a man should never wear suede. That is horrible advice. Come on, guys. I think suede looks great on men, and it should be something in your wardrobe. I think, God, there are so many reasons why I think it's great, and that's what today's video is about. 5 ways that you can wear suede with confidence. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to rock suede like a boss. But let me start off with the why. There are 3 reasons why you want to have suede in your wardrobe. Number 1, texture. I've talked about this before, many studies out there, but people, when they see texture in clothing, like with a cashmere sweater or a suede jacket, they want to touch. So you're on a date with a woman. First time you're meeting her, you guys are talking, she notices your jacket. She reaches over and touches and basically runs her hand down your arm, feeling the jacket. But what she's done is she's basically shown you that she likes you, and without even knowing it, she feels closer to you. Number 2, masculinity. Very similar to leather. In fact, we'll talk about what suede is exactly, but leather sends a signal of masculinity. Those same things, those same feelings go with suede. And finally, it's uncommon. A lot of guys, they're scared of suede. They don't know how to upkeep it, and we'll talk about it later in this video, but when you bring it into your wardrobe, it's something that's unique, something that's going to help separate you from the crowd. Now, you may be wondering, Antonio, where'd you get that sweet olive green suede jacket? Guys, I got this over at J.L. Rocha, and in fact, I helped Jose Luis design this. If you want to see more of the designs I've helped with and get some amazing jackets at 40% off. Guys, I don't even like saying that in the video because he's not always going to have this great discount, but I'm going to link to him down in the description. These jackets are ready to go, and they've made 20 of each. You can get one like this. We've got some in light brown. Oh, and by the way, I will be wearing these at the end of the video because I'll be talking about how to match each of these jackets. We've got a suede in light gray, and then I've got a black as well. So you can go over to their website. You can use that discount code, which I'll put down in the description. And again, the very limited run, they've helped me develop out shoes. They've helped me develop out bags. And it's been really fun to help create things which I think are going to look great in your wardrobe and bring them to you at a great price. So tip number 1 to wearing suede with confidence is to understand what suede is. Now, look at this chart. Notice over to the left, we see the grain, we see the junction of the grain with the corium, and then we see the flesh. This is the way that the skin is divided. Now, up at the very top, we're going to see the full grain, and this is basically the grain going down to the junction. Then we're going to see top grain. Top grain is a mix between the grain and the corium. Then we're going to see suede. So suede basically is corium, and what that means is it's going to be softer. It's going to be more malleable. It's also going to be susceptible to water. So water is going to be able to go into this. But what you also need to understand is it's not going to be as durable as top grain leather. Does that make it bad? No, it just means that this isn't something necessarily that you're going to want to wear on your motorbike for protection, but it's going to look great bringing this into your wardrobe. Another cool thing about the corium and basically suede in general is it has a napped surface. As I talked about texture and having it basically 3 dimensions to be able to look at this and want to touch it, which I think is a great thing. Tip number 2 to wearing suede with confidence is don't be afraid of water. In fact, during the treatment process, as they're making the suede, they're getting it ready for the jacket, they actually run it through water. So it actually can take water. Now, if you're caught in a downpour, I mean, your suede jacket is soaked, what you want to do is hang it on a plastic coat hanger. This is going to be one that actually forms up the shoulders. If you don't have one, then you're going to want to lay it out. Let it dry normally at room temperature. It may actually stiffen up a bit, but just put it on, wear it a bit, and it's going to be perfectly fine. The best thing that you can do if all of a sudden you start noticing, hey, I've got water spots on this, is actually get a brush and you can brush them out. Another thing to do is when you buy a suede jacket, also buy suede treatment. This is a spray-on. Basically, it applies a little bit of a coat onto this. You can't even see it. It's going to be transparent. And what it does is help repel the water. You'll have to reapply it probably after 10 to 20 wears, depending on how often you wear the suede jacket, how rough you wear it. But those kind of things right there are going to be fine. But if you ever get it, what you don't want to do is put it on a heater, throw it in a dryer. That can ruin your suede jacket. The third tip for wearing suede with confidence is to understand what you can treat at home. Let's say that you actually spill a bit of food on it. Well, then just simply wipe it off, dab it off with a towel. There are brushes that you will need to buy. It's like a $5 brush that's specific for suede. If you don't have one, then use a simple eraser. You would be surprised what actually, this is pretty tough material. Now, going into point number 4, how to treat a bad stain. Let's say you spill red wine all over your suede jacket. You just get something that stains this. Then at that point, what you want to do is dab it with water, treat it with water, and get it to the cleaners as soon as possible. The cleaners, they often have special solvents which can go in there and pull the stain off. But I can tell you that a lot of guys are worried about problems that rarely ever happen. I mean, how often do you spill drinks and food all over yourself? Doesn't happen too often. And this is something we're wearing oftentimes when we're going from point A to point B. We take it off when we go into a house. And so for me, all the benefits that I've talked about far outweigh having to take this to the cleaners occasionally. All right, so now let's get into my favorite part about this video. Let's talk about the matching. So the one thing that you do not want to do with suede is you don't want to buy a pair of pants that are olive green suede and try to wear them with a jacket. No, we're not putting together suede suits here. But other than that, you've got so many. This would work with pretty much anything in my wardrobe. As many of you guys know, I like dark colored blue shirts. I go with blue jeans, maybe dark indigo, a darker wash. This jacket is going to work with all of them. I can also wear this with business casual. So if I had a pair of dark blue or even light brown colored chinos, I could wear this with a white dress shirt. It would look perfectly fine. I could wear this with a tie. It would dress it down a bit, add a bit of an edge to it, but I think it would look great. The only thing bad about this jacket is that it's memorable. So this isn't going to be something that you can wear maybe every single day if you don't want to. It depends on you and how confident you are. If this is your go-to fall jacket, this would be perfectly fine. I know for me, I love how lightweight this is and the way it fits my body. But, if you wanted to go for something that maybe isn't as memorable, but at the same time, you can bring in suede. Okay, so I take that back. This jacket actually is probably going to be just as memorable as the green. Not so much for the color, but all of the style details on this. So you notice this patch right here. Let me know down in the comments if you think, and this is actually real, so let me know if you think you know what this is for. I love always learning from you guys and checking a little bit of history. But right here, you've got the zippers. The other one you notice did not have zippers. So a little bit more style complication on this, but it's in a very, I would say, color that we've seen many times. But what I love about this, again, you notice how it works with the blues. I could wear this with a gray pair of trousers, even a dark brown pair of trousers. That would look pretty good. I would be careful with lighter browns, anything that matches too closely with the jacket. All right, so as you can see here, I've got a light gray, very similar in style to the light brown, but you notice a huge change in the color. Now, what I love about gray and all grays and blacks in general is that they are non-color, so you can wear them with a wide range. Now, blacks are going to be too stark of a contrast, but because of the light color here, I can wear this with pretty much anything in my wardrobe. It's not going to draw attention to itself, except for the fact that this one has a little bit of that style detail here again on the shoulder, and it's got the zippers, the textured. So the color isn't something that makes it stand out. You can pretty much wear this with any color. It's going to look great, and the focus people are going to have on this jacket is going to be the style details. So this is the last jacket I'm going to model for you today. And if you look at all those suedes that I just showed you, and then this one right here is leather. So you immediately notice the texture difference. This one right here has a much shinier surface, doesn't have that napped weave. Now, it's still a great item to have in your wardrobe. J.L. Rocha has made 20 of these, classic motorcycle jacket, and those 3 suedes. But understand that the rules of wearing suede are very similar, if pretty much not the same, as wearing a leather jacket. But the great thing about suede is it's going to be a bit more uncommon. And it is, it's not going to be as durable as leather, as I talked about, but I think it more than makes it up. If you've already got a great leather jacket in your wardrobe, look at a suede jacket. It can really expand the possibilities of where you can take your wardrobe. Don't be afraid of bringing in a fun color or a little bit of style, and having something that when you wear it, you get compliments, people immediately notice it, want to touch it. All of that's a great thing. So guys, that's it. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments. You guys know I love hearing from you, love learning from you. Let me know of the jackets, which one was your favorite. And in fact, I want you to go over J.L. Rocha, check them out, give me exact details and what you would wear it with. Because let me just say that I'll talk with Jose Luis. I will make sure that somebody gets one of these awesome jackets sent out to them. And I really appreciate that you guys support me. You share my videos with your friends. You go check out the companies I talk about. Just the other day, I get an email from a gentleman who actually grabbed something from J.L. Rocha, and he's just saying, hey, this is such a great company. I wouldn't have found them without you. And I really appreciate that. I mean, that's how we've been able to grow this business bigger. And I hope you guys are learning, that you're enjoying the content I'm putting out. Without saying anything else, gents, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.